Yeah, we are live, and we are on the air.
We live, baby.
Absolutely. All right. Let's see here. So we're going to try our different camera angle. Let's see what we got here. There's Ralph Delat Jr. there with Dirk Shacks Night.
Oh, yeah.
And we get that. We can just use Coach Murphy's little deal there. Look at there now. How about that?
Man.
Huh? How about that? All right. So we are good to go. All right. So welcome, everybody, to the Brock Matherne Show live from Walk-Ons on Highway 30. If you're not already here, then come on out. There's some room, a little bit of room.
Yeah. I mean, how awesome of an atmosphere this is.
It's great. It's great. We can actually let's show the folks here at home. We'll turn the camera around here and show everybody what they're missing here. Yeah, there we go. Look at there. We got our lights set up and all that, but we got a nice little crowd here. There we go. So we got a lot of Spartans in the house tonight.
That's right.
All right, so we get started like we always do with how you doing, right? Of course, this is the first show that we've done here since a loss, and we. Of course, that was a tough one last Friday night over on Parker Road. So how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, man. It's like we talked to the kids about, man, look, when you have an opportunity like this to learn in the regular season and it's not a win-or-go-home game, it's more about perspective, right? It's how do you look at it? We didn't play our best game. Ball didn't go our way. We didn't come out ready to go, and look, like I told the kids after the game, that's my fault. I clearly didn't have us prepared well enough to go take victory, and we didn't come out on top. And good, we all get an opportunity to learn and see what we got to do to prepare better, to play better, to make sure we practice better. So, look, I'm kind of a glass half full guy, right?
Right.
You can sit here and look at the negatives, but we're still breathing. We still got life. Whether it's the power rankings or it's just regular on into the season, we got life to breathe, and that's good. We get an opportunity to learn and come back with our hair on fire.
Absolutely, and we have everything still in front of us. District championship possibilities, home playoff games. All that is still totally in our control.
Still in our control.
Absolutely. All right, so we wanted to ask you before we go into the Prairieville game a little deeper here about, this is your second Gator week. This will be your first trip to the pit on a Friday night.
Yeah.
So there'll definitely be some things you learn about that that nobody can really tell you. And then, so we wanted to talk about your history of rivalry games personally. You went to Belle Chase High, of course. Now, before that, you were at Boothville Venice. So, talk about your rivals both at Boothville and at Belle Chase.
Well, I think first it starts off in Boothville. Anytime you play in a parish team, whether it was Bears High School, Port Sulphur. Port Sulphur was the big rivalry. Always usually ending up in a district championship type game. I can remember as a kid watching Coach Crutchfield, Coach Solis get after it. In district championships, and when you grow up in a small community like that, football's everything, right?
Absolutely.
So being able to be a part of those games and watch them, whether I was on the sidelines as a young kid, as a water boy, or in the stands just being a fan, or even in the back of the famous Fort Jackson down there in Barris, playing throw-up tackle football with the community. That was always a special rivalry. And then going to Belle Chase South Platte, right? Belle Chase South Platte was a huge rivalry. Always played week one. There's always a competitive game. It's all kids that's grown up together, right? Similar to what we have here at EA St. Amant. Two communities that have played recreational ball together or travel ball together, where it's more than just high schools, right? It's personal deals, and and even in my coaching profession, Central Lafourche, South Lafourche, Cecilia Brobridge, St. Louis Catholic versus Iowa. We all have had those type of rivalries, but I'll say this, you kind of said it, nobody can explain it as far as, like you saying, my first trip to the pit, but man, nobody can explain in words this rivalry. It's like nothing I've ever been a part of before.
It's it's weird. It's close, it's fierce, but then there's also like a real community component to it because these kids go to the same fast food restaurants. They don't have a lot of places to go eat in San Antonio, So like these kids eat in the same places. They play on the same little league teams. Like I think about Hanville and Destran, and those guys are separated by a big old river.
Yeah.
So those guys really don't interact that much as kids.
You're right.
And it's such a different rivalry, but there's still a fierce component to it.
Yeah, I've told people this hundreds of times when it comes to my first year part of this rivalry. I've been a part of a lot of big high school football games. I mean, winning the state championship when I was in high school, getting to play in the Superdome, going to Bastrop when they was 3-time defending state champs, and knocked them off in the semifinals. My first Santa Maria and EA game was chilling. I had goosebumps walking into the stadium, seeing the tailgating and thinking, man, everybody's outside the stadium, and you get into the stadium and it's packed. There's no seating available. Both of these communities show out, and the thing I love the most about it is once the game's over, it's over, right?
Right.
It's still a community type thing, and man, it's the best rivalry I've ever been a part of.
I can say the same. It's really a great one. There's some other great ones out there. This one is right up there with the best. That's for sure. All right, so let's get to it. We need to go ahead and just put this thing to bed. So
let's go do it.
EA Prairieville final score 44-27 Hurricanes. I was looking at the statistics because Murph and I were trying to figure out how to get those statistics into the season stats. And I'm like, man, I don't think they're in there. And then we put them in there, and it's like, oh, it didn't move too much, and that's never a good thing.
No.
We were outgained 500 to 200 just about, approximately. We were 0 for 9 third down conversions. It's about everything you felt if you were at that game Friday night.
Yeah.
You look at the stats. Sometimes the stats lie to you. These stats didn't lie at all.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. Look, it was one of them games where, look, them guys was fired up, and they had a lot of confidence coming off their first district win. Going into that stadium, not knowing what to really prepare for. It's first time ever going over there. It's going to be a hostile environment anytime you go over there. And the more they win and the more they gain confidence, the harder it's going to be to play over there.
Right.
And like I said, I take full responsibility. I think I didn't have our kids ready to play. And they jumped out on us early. And I think it was the opposite of the rest of the season, right? Like we talked about in the last episode. You get Live Oak, Denham Springs, it's like the score don't tell a story. Right? And I felt the same vice versa in this one, which I was proud of our kids for, is, look, we dealt with a lot of adversity, but we kept on fighting, we kept on playing. They got a late touchdown from us trying to kick onside kick to try to get the ball back. And, look, it was almost as if we kept scratching, we kept getting close, and they would just find a way to put us away, and then we'd try to fight again, and they'll put us away. And look, like I said, kudos to them. They were ready, they were prepared, and they put it to us. And it's a great lesson for us as we continue to try to move forward and chase our main goal, which is a state championship, and know that we'll be in spots like that again. And it's our job to learn from it and learn how to come back from that and counter it.
I noticed in your office just the other day that I was looking at that 2008 Bell Chase State Championship plaque, and I was at that state championship game. I remember that game, and there was a 1 on the other side of that. There was a loss, and I didn't realize you guys actually lost to Shaw earlier in the year.
And look, I tell you, I can remember it like it was yesterday. You sit back, and when we was undefeated going into that game, right? And Shaw was the big dogs of the district. And we put so much emphasis on not thinking about those guys, right? It was always beat Bastrop. Bastrop was the 3-time state champs, back to back to back. And our whole offseason, our training, our practices was like we was preparing for Bastrop. And when we lost that game, we were devastated. And I remember our leaders coming into the locker room and saying, look, this can be the end of our season, and this could drown us, or we can learn from this and we can move forward and go on a run. And we learned from it. And the same message I told our kids, look, nothing's lost. We still got breath, right? We still got an opportunity to go and do everything we talked about doing. Now, did we learn from it, and are we moving forward to try to put our best foot forward to go win a district championship, win a state championship?
All right. Well said. Well said. I remember their quarterback was Santa Ma's freshman quarterback 2 years ago, and he ran all over us in Spartan Stadium in the freshman game. And when somebody told me early in the game, that was Santa Ma's freshman quarterback, I thought, oh, man, okay, I thought I'd seen that before. Look, kid's talented.
You go watch the last podcast. He was majority of what I talked about.
Oh, yeah.
We caught him on film, and Man, he's a special talent. He's going to be a problem for a long time in 5A, and you know, kudos to him. He went out there and put the team on his back and made some great plays. But taught us a lesson, too, where I think coaching staff-wise, player-wise, we're more prepared for a quarterback of that dual-threat nature.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so let's move on quickly here, and we'll kind of scoot on through this because, it is sort of the down part of the show here. But we still do Players of the Week and MVP. Are still some guys who had some standout performances, win or lose, And on offense, it was Jason Blackburn.
Yeah, he had a good game on the ground. Got us in the end zone, had a great first drive, then came back later in the game and gave us a great drive to put us back in the game. Ran well, and just proud of that kid for toughing it out and continuing to play through the circumstances.
Absolutely, and that first drive, you're looking like, okay, well, yeah, this is about what we came here for, And Jason's the kind of guy who kind of plays basketball on grass, like he's a momentum guy. It seems like he bounces off that turf and right back ready for, give it to me again,
Yeah, for sure.
Defense is Michael Levy, who is also the Baton Rouge area high school player of the week.
Look, he's having a great season.
Absolutely.
Great season. The transition, I think, to free safety in our defense was special for him. We putting him in the ability to make plays of what he's great at doing, right? He's getting the opportunity to read the ball, make plays off of whatever action that they want to do. He really has a lot of freedom in our defense, which I think fits him perfectly because for his size of being a linebacker, right? A normal linebacker, he has the speed of a defensive back.
Correct.
And having those kind of abilities, man, he's having a great year, leading us in tackles, in the top of our team stats and interceptions, and like you said, Baton Rouge area player of the week, our player of the week. Man, I'm just proud of that kid, and I think he still has more to give.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And finally, we got Anthony Aldermo, who double dips tonight. He's Special Teams Player of the Week and Team MVP.
Yeah, man, look, I thought, one, he punted the ball extremely well and gave us the opportunity to win the field position battle. But bigger than that, I think this goes deeper into what you see in the game is Coach Gaines gives this guy assignment, right? You need to work on these things throughout the week. And that kid goes and look, we'll be working on walkthroughs for anything else, and you turn around and he's kicking and he's working on his game. He never stops, and it don't just stop there. I mean, he's probably the swollest kicker in the state of Louisiana, right? Dude got muscles popping out of everywhere. He's just a great kid, a hard worker, and deserves it, right? He had a great game on Friday night, and he works his tail off to our core values, and just proud of him and his progressions throughout the season.
Absolutely. All right, well, Coach, look, we're going to give you a little break here. You can go over there, drink you some water, get you some cheese fries or something, and we're gonna welcome you back a little later for we'll talk about our freshman and middle school teams.
Oh yeah.
And then we're gonna get to some live questions.
Oh, here we go.
And then we'll finish it off with your preview of the Gators. So
yes, sir.
So have fun, go get you some snacks, and we'll see you in a little while.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll be right back, folks, with the next segment of the Brock Matherne Show. All right, we are back. Welcome back to the Brock Matherne Show. And the first time we have not had Brock on camera in the Brock Matherne Show. So I'm joined by Associate Principal, Mr. Jonathan Walker, and Assistant Principal, Ms. Cormanda Grace. So welcome to the Brock Matherne Show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, it's great night here at Walk-Ons on Highway 30. We got a big crowd here. We got kids, we got parents, we got coaches, we got teachers, we got a little bit of everybody. All right, so we brought you guys on for a couple different reasons. First of all, we wanted to let Mr. Walker go down memory lane a little bit and talk about his experience in that, because it's been, I don't want to remind you how long it's been now.
It's been a little while.
Yeah, when I look at the math, man, it's like, oh, man, it can't be that long. You know, you start looking at that 25 number coming up, it's like, oh, man. So, you know, what I really want to ask you is, like, what has changed? What has changed about the rivalry from when you were in school to where you are now?
So I think change-wise, I don't think it has changed a whole lot. I mean, biggest thing is the parish has expanded. Dutchtown's coming to the picture. Prairieville now is in the picture. When I was growing up, it was only EA in Santa Maria. The whole parish, I mean, basically you had Airline Highway, and you know, we grew up together, we played together, played Little League, we played all the sports together, but this week it was community versus community, and it was a very lovely environment, but at the same time we wanted to be competitive, we wanted to win. We had the bragging rights for the entire year. One of my finest moments was my junior year, 2001 football season. Self Babbin was the quarterback. The overtime game, I was able to win overtime, make a pretty good play on 3rd down, 4th down. He scrambled, incomplete pass, crowd went crazy. Definitely one of the best games in the history of East Central and Santa Maria rivalry.
Everybody tells me about 91 and 01.
Yeah.
And those are both like tight games, both at Spartan Stadium, I believe. And those are just the two games everybody, you know, in this age range talks about the most. I hear that over and over again.
Yeah, very, very excited, very excited.
So let's. So what you're saying is you've beaten a Babbin at quarterback for the Gators before.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
You've done it as a cornerback. Now you have a chance to do it as an associate principal.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Those things coming to pass. I know we're at the pit, but it's always it's a great environment, great community event. I mean, nothing like being on Burnside, but we'll go to the pit and we'll take care of business and we'll be okay with that, you know.
Oh man, from your lips to God's ears. All right, so Ms. Grace, let's talk about just what's going on in general around EA this week. This is your first Gator Week as a principal here. You've been a parent here before, so you've seen a different side of this whole thing. How is it different on the principal side of things?
On the principal side of things, it's very different. As a parent, you get to experience it through your child.
Right.
And now I am experiencing being as an admin on campus. Like today at the lunch shifts, experiencing students being outside with the Gator games, and just the school spirit in general, and the camaraderie around campus, building up to Friday night. It's totally a different experience. I'm enjoying every moment of it. And I look forward to getting that W on Friday night, beating the Gators, because I have a grudge against them because last year it was our game, but of course the ball was in his hands.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And he dropped it. So I'm out. I'm ready. We're ready. We're ready to roll. Spartans are going to win.
It's been 360-something days there waiting to get some revenge on that for sure.
Yes.
Oh, man. All right, so moving past Gator Week, let's talk just for a couple minutes here about what's going on around EA. First of all, maybe this construction. People driving by the school might say, I thought that was all done. What's going on at the front on Worthy right now?
Sir, currently right now we're starting a fencing project as part of the bond, the previous bond. The construction process is a thing that takes time. I've learned that. You have to be patient. Right now we're moving the main entrance in front of Monument Island, which is the new island. When they rebuilt the school, they actually shifted over the school, you face the school to the right, so the main entrance is no longer a line. So now we're moving it over to a line. We're going to put black aluminum fencing all the way across from Irma all the way down to the softball field, some brick columns. They also want to have like a little brick deal on the end, on the corner of Irma and Worthy, with a little EA sign. Also, we're putting up a new digital board the interest. So this is very, very exciting. It's going the look of the school is going to be very modern, up to date. So we're very excited. It's a process. I ask everyone to please be patient with us. The main entrance gate will be closed for the time being for the next few weeks. As they go through the process, they'll phase in different sections of campus, and they'll be closed off. And when they complete it, we'll open it back up. So I ask everyone just to be patient with us. But at the end, it's going to be very, very nice.
And we're used to that because we know what happened with the main building. So like we can tell you just got to wait a little bit. That's all right. Just got to wait a little bit. All right, so one final question before we let you guys go and start getting some coaches and players up here and putting them under the lights. Ms. Grace, this is your first year as a principal here. What are you most excited about as the year goes on here? What are you excited about as we head into Thanksgiving break and then leap testing and Christmas and then on into the spring semester? I know we've gotten, we're at Gator Week right now. It's a big hurdle. Homecoming was a big hurdle. So now what are you looking forward to as we move forward?
I'm just looking forward to just sitting back and being a part of it and watching our students grow, achieve, and be successful. Every point I feel is a milestone for us. Yes, we're in football season right now. I feel we're going to have a home playoff game. We're going to do well in the playoffs, and then once football is over, we move on to basketball, which is starting up in a couple of weeks. So I'm really excited about the things to come down the line, what's in store for our sport, and it's very exciting. And I think we're going to have a great year.
I think you're right. I certainly hope you're right. Guys, we appreciate you joining us. So can we get a little I'm a Gator hater, go Spartans here on y'all's way out?
Sure, man.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
I'm a Gator hater.
Go
Spartans.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And we'll be back right after this break.
And all righty, welcome back. to the Brock Matherne Show here at Walk-Ons on Highway 30. And now I'm joined, I'm right off the lap, by the way, stepping in with Coach Brownfield. Joined now with Coach Mahoney, wrestling coach at East Ascension. Coach, say something about yourself and introduce who you got with you.
We got Isabel Guillory, one of our stud girl wrestlers. You know, last year we started girls wrestling at EA. I've been there since 2003. Last year I stepped down. Coach Connor Carwoff, who was a Spartan champion, came back from college, and we made an arrangement. He came and he taught 1 year at EA, loved it, won the head job. I stepped down. Just so happened we sanctioned girls wrestling in Louisiana. And Isabel was one of our first. Her brother was a former Spartan wrestler.
Right.
And she's way better than he was. But she agreed to come talk tonight a little bit about what we're doing for girls wrestling.
Yeah, Isabella, so thank you for coming here tonight. And tell us, I mean, you're, for the Spartans, for the lady Spartans, you're paving, laying down the path, right? That's you're one of the most talented girls that we have. And, explain to us how that feels, man. What does it mean to you to be that guy, that person leading the way?
It doesn't, to know that I'm leading a path, it makes me feel like I have to do the best I can. It kind of pushes me, it gives me that motivation. But to know that there's people who, we have starting, our new girls, like Stella, who are wow, I look up to you. It's I still view myself as someone who's just starting.
Yeah.
So it feels a lot different, but I also realize that I'm a standard to where they follow, and so it just pushes me.
Yeah, and I mean, you feel like you just started, but I mean, you finished second at state last year, right? I mean, this is not.
And last year was the first year that we competed in the nationals with a girls team from Louisiana, because we just shanked it. Isabella will go down in history as the first Louisiana girl to win a match for Team Louisiana.
That's awesome.
We started wrestling, was it Oklahoma? And she beat the brakes off that girl.
Yeah.
And she competes on the national level. And I think that, I like what she said, when you're still chasing your dream, because we have a national champion in Brianna Rahu Batista that won a junior championship. And she looks up to her and Alyssa Quizer, who's ranked 4th in the country, and they had to wrestle against guys.
Yeah.
Now, in this world, we need more girls come out, but we have 6 girls on our team. 5 will be state champions this year. So that, and we had 2 in the finals last year. 1 got 3rd, 1 got 4th. So I mean, I like that she welcomes that challenge, but she respects it, you know, and so she does it the right way. Sometimes I actually got to tell her slow down, man.
So, Coach, while we're talking about that, girls used to compete against the guys. Okay? So you were very instrumental in starting girls in Louisiana.
Well,
you wanted to see a separation.
Well, I've had girls on my team since I was at Baton Rouge High in the 90s. And when, we fought, I know that Jimmy Bible from Bruley and Paige Russell from Baton Rouge High, their principals had pushed forward the proposal to sanction girls wrestling in Louisiana. For some reason, they were just, every year, just a reason they couldn't do it.
Right.
But we kept showing them we have girls that can compete, because we were one of the last 5 states not to sanction it. So they were having girls tournaments in the summer, and we would take them and they would do well.
Right.
And we're trying to come home and say, look, these girls deserve to have their own team. So, thank God our administration was on board. We added it. Now we just got to convince them to pay the coaches, and that'll be a nice step. And if we can get 10 more girls, then it's going to go to where, because it's going to go to where we think it always should be.
Right.
And you've been with me long enough, I believe our kids in Louisiana can compete at any level.
Oh, absolutely.
And when she believes wholeheartedly in her ability, it'll be something fun to watch.
Absolutely.
I won't even be able to coach. I'll just sit there and say, good luck, good job.
Make it easy on you. So, Coach, another thing you're instrumental in is public school state championship. Now, and look, there's gonna be people debate this all the time, right? And I am a firm believer, and I think you are too, in we split public and private in the wrong areas, okay? We went to the big sports who were not dominated by private schools.
Right.
And the smaller sports, the Olympic-style sports, we're not split, but that's the ones that from day one have been dominated by private schools. So we started, or I say we, you started.
You were in that. You know that.
Started public school state. So walk us through that, and what does that mean for the state of Louisiana?
I want to throw one more thing to girls wrestling.
Yeah.
I think one reason that so many coaches in Louisiana are excited about girls wrestling is that right now the private schools don't have girls wrestling. They just don't want it.
Right.
I think St. Michael's has 2 girls. Archbishop Hannon had 2 girls. Now, going back to just the overall situation with the Olympic-style sports, I do not understand why they look at our sport and see that the last time a public school won a championship in 5A outright was 1979. And they just think everything's fine.
Right.
And we started, so EA is very competitive.
Yes.
So we took like 8th state, then we took, 5th. And then in 2021, we took 3rd.
Right.
The next year, we took 5th. And I just got tired of people telling me, hey, you know what, for a public school, y'all doing pretty good.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, dude, we train year round.
Right.
We have, did you see that stat sheet?
Yeah,
we have in 25 years,
Yeah.
23 collegiate wrestlers.
Absolutely.
And Braylon Stewart just got called by D1 school today, so that he'll be 24.
Yeah.
She'll be 25.
Absolutely.
So we said, what do you mean? Good? You know what? I'll tell you what we're going to do. Because the LHSA won't allow us to compete on a fair level, we're going to start our own tournament.
Sure.
Only public schools, all right? Schools that can't recruit,
Right.
or that have no that have attendance zones.
Yes.
That we're crippled by this stuff. So, first year we had 32 schools. The next year we had 37 schools. Last year we had 48 schools. I fully expect over 60 schools this year.
Yeah. Don't we have like 63 that's already right about?
Yeah, 63. I mean, we already have 63 committed. And the excitement was that for the first time, the public schools could see how they compete on an even playing field.
Right.
Now, and I have friends that are in private school, and they said, well, we have hamstrings too.
Yeah.
But listen, there's 3 things that private schools can do that I wish we could. And if they let us do it, you wouldn't hear me complain at all. They have 8th graders in the room. They can hire uncertified teachers to coach, and that they have no attendance zone.
Right.
So it would be nice to have a kid that wrestles for me in the summer that goes to San Mo who would love to be at EA, but we can't allow that. We have our own district lines.
Absolutely.
Central Paris is going to do what's best for their school.
Yeah.
So those 3 things on the Olympic sports create an unfair balance. And I just don't understand why. So why would you split the 3 sports that already have a good showing in public schools? Acadiana, Karen Crow, West Monroe, Zachary, and football, right? Scotlandville, Barb, basketball, Barb, Santa Monica, baseball. So I hope that in the next 1 or 2 years, and look, this is my thing. They say it would ruin the sport, and I don't agree.
No.
I want to propose that, just let's try it.
Yeah.
Let's just see what it looks like.
Yeah.
Right. Let's see. Let's see if it grows the sport.
Well, and in football, we'll use that as an example since it's the season, but they split. They take fewer teams to the playoffs now in public school. Private schools, you got bye weeks every week, so there's not enough teams in there to really split. So you should be all combined and playing for one title. And like we said, it was never dominated before by that. But I don't care if you look at wrestling or tennis, it's the Olympic-style sports that get dominated by private schools.
Volleyball. I did the research on volleyball. Yes. Even though last year I think either Slidell or somebody won it, but over the last 23 years, 4 public schools won it.
Yeah.
So, but that's what we're excited about, like, say, girls wrestling, is that right now the private schools aren't interested in starting it.
Yeah.
So we have a shot to really have a true state champion. We're on an even playing field, and we're excited about it.
Yeah. It's been a great tournament. So, Isabella, so I got to ask you, you know the lore, right? You know the Mahoney lore of, he's one of the great, I don't care where you go, you hear other coaches talking about Coach Mahoney, right? You've seen the product he's put out. You've seen his own offspring, his kids, and how successful they are in their program. As a wrestler for Coach Matherne, what does it mean to you to give everything you got to fight tooth and nail for this guy right here?
It means a lot to me. I mean, I love having him as a coach. I love seeing that he pushes me a lot more than, I ever saw myself. Like, I walked in the room my first day, and he was like, look, you're going to be a 4-time state champ.
Yeah.
And, even though, I'm not, he still says, look, you got that. You got 2 more years. You're going to be a 2-timer. Keep on pushing, keep on pushing. And there'll be times where, like he said, he'll have to stop me because I'll keep on pushing myself. It means a lot to me because not only does it like with the girls, it pushes me to be the best ability that I can. It also pushes me because I have people who I know support me.
Yes.
Like in any situation, like on the mat, if it was a bad call, he's gonna call it out.
Oh, absolutely he does.
Well,
Yeah, that's his job, Yeah. So now, let me ask you this. Would you be doing this if you still had to compete against the boys?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Well, she's one of the few. And I think
Bree is one that I've seen her wrestle against the boys,
right?
In the past. So
Well, the girls we have, the reason they're so successful is they love wrestling. That's the first thing we teach them. Love wrestling. And she'll actually get mad if, like last year when I separated girls and guys practice, she was mad because the person that could push her the most was a boy in the other room.
Yeah.
So we're back together again, and she's getting better practices.
Yeah, absolutely.
But is what we want to do is try to build that brand, and it's just we're in that growing year.
Right.
But if we could get 5 more like her, no one would stop us.
Yeah.
Like I said, the hardest thing with her, as soon as we finish practice, coach got to go, got second practice.
Right.
I'm like, season's in now.
Yeah.
How about kicking your feet up, letting your body heal? No, I'm just going to do another hour.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
But then that's why she's going to be a 2-timer, and she's going to wrestle. She'll be an All-American in college, no doubt in my mind.
I believe that as well. I'm fortunate enough to have a child in the program, and I get to see it, and it's amazing that the style of kids that are in our wrestling program, and you look at them and think, there's no way this kid, this chick right here, no way she can fight. And then you watch her on the mat, and she couldn't fight before she got to y'all. That's something you guys taught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or she may have could. Y'all brought it out of her, right?
Well,
I watch it with my own kid, right? And some of the others in the room. Like it's amazing the job that y'all do with these kids.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
And this is going to help. Hopefully, people watch this and get because in the South, we still want our daughter. We don't want our daughters to do hand-to-hand combat. We want to play volleyball, play softball, run track, play soccer.
Right. Yep.
Just what do you mean with black eyes and all that? No, but I'm telling you, and girls wrestling is the fastest growing sport in the country.
Yeah.
In high school and college.
Yeah. Now, how does it feel knowing any date you go on, you got their back? Does it make you feel better about that?
I don't be going on dates.
It interferes with wrestling.
She's married to wrestling, man.
I hear you. Well, look, we're going to wrap up there, but let's get a prediction from the game, Coach. What you think Friday night, East Ascension, Santa Maria is going to end up?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of sad people in Santa Maria Saturday morning.
There you go. There you go. You got one, Izzy, you want to throw out there?
I think we'll win.
Okay, good. Well, look, we appreciate y'all coming in tonight.
Ralph, we appreciate it.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Good job, everybody. Thank you.
All righty, welcome back. Now we got Coach Connor Corworth, and I'm going to let him introduce this young man on side of me. He's going to do a better job than I am. But Coach Connor's the new boys wrestling coach at East Ascension. Coach Connor, thanks for being here tonight.
Appreciate it.
Why don't you introduce the young man on side of us?
The man to my left, his name is Braylon Stewart. He's a junior here, returning state champion, Crescent City Wrestler of the Year, and national runner-up this year at the national tournament in Fargo, North Dakota. So the pride of EA is
Absolutely.
to my left.
Absolutely. And impressive. A lot of people don't understand what you were, was it third at state as a freshman?
Yes, third at state.
Yeah, so it's pretty impressive, man. So, Braylon, I'm going to start with you. So, dude, look, I got a son that wrestles, right? He's nowhere near no national anything, right? He works his tail off just like all y'all. But what does it take? What does it take to get to that level that you're at, bro?
Honestly, it takes a mindset. You have to know that you won't always get something the first time, but as long as you keep working on what you need to do, you can succeed in that situation, right? Like, you can't quit after not getting something wrong or getting something wrong once and thinking that you can't do it. You can't speak to yourself like that. That only hurts you. You have to build yourself up. See, my dad always talks about that you don't actually lose in a match. You learn from it. Nothing's ever a losing. You never lose. You always find that as a learning experience. See what you can do better and then come back stronger the next time.
Absolutely. You know, and I say that in all sports because nobody wants to lose, right? And everybody wants to win. But in that win, what'd you really learn in that? But nothing. You're so excited because you got the W, right? But you get punched in the mouth and you take a loss. You go home, you watch film, you see, okay, this is where I messed up. And you actually, I mean, you're picking it's the best learning tool out there is an L. And I think that's in any sport. So Dad's right on that one, man. You know, no better way to look at it than that. So, Coach, 25 years, man.
Yeah.
25 years.
25, good quarter century, huh?
Yeah. Go through the accolades. I mean, every time we've ever talked about this, even when we had you on with football, you blew even Tony's mind, my co-host, right? Go through the accolades of 25 years.
So, yeah, this is year 25 for us as a program. Currently, we have 12 state champions, 20 state runner-ups. We finished top 8 in the state 15 times. We actually have 21 wrestlers in college, and we have 10 right now currently wrestling in college, which is the most in the state of Louisiana. Just at a little old Gonzalez. Huh?
Yeah, little old Gonzalez.
And we have the only head coach in college came from East Ascension. That's actually my brother. He's the head coach in Missouri. So. Yeah,
I mean, and wrestling is not something that you expect from Gonzales, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, definitely baseball. You know, football. You know, basketball. Jambalaya cooking, but no wrestling, man. It's amazing, and what you guys do is tremendous. You know how I feel about it, but when we go to these national tournaments and we can showcase Braylon, and even when we do the duels with Brawl and that stuff, and it is a legitimate Louisiana team, right? Yes. And we're there, and we are toe-to-toe with everybody we go against. And the first thing out of everybody's mouth is, no way they're from Louisiana. I mean, how does that – touch on that. How does that make you feel?
It made me feel – it's like validating. You go up there, and like Ralph's saying, we went up to Birmingham, Alabama, and we wrestled basically straight all-star teams from across the country. And I remember getting pulled off to the side. Coach asked me from Indiana. He said, "Hey, where are you guys from?" And I said, "All of us are from Baton Rouge and Lafayette." Yeah. We have one kid from the North Shore at St. Paul's, but I mean, we're a South Louisiana team. Yeah. We brought all these guys from a 60 to 90 minute radius and just pulled these guys in. They were ready to scrap, and I think it was because the dedication these guys have. You don't get a lot of Louisiana guys don't get a lot of looks, so you have to work a little bit harder to get those looks. And I think that's what we're dealing with him right now is having. Hey, to showcase our ability, we have to go find competition. That's what we leave next week to go wrestle, or we leave Friday to go to North Carolina to wrestle the best 32 guys in the country. Yeah. So we got invited to that, and you just have to chase competition. And when all those coaches were like, "Damn, y'all don't have anybody nobody else from another state? No, we don't
Yeah.
want any kids from other states. We
Yeah.
want to showcase our kids.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And I spoke to one over there, and they could not believe that you guys, our coaching staff there, was the same coaches that coach in high school together. Yeah, that y'all not some elite coach of some elite club. Y'all high school coaches.
Yeah.
You teach a class, then after class you go coach a team. So I mean, but Brady, how does that make you feel knowing that everybody says no way, Louisiana, no way, and here you are doing your job and getting the big wins and getting ranked and getting noticed all over the country? How does that make you feel, man?
Honestly, I can't put it into words. I just think that they're wrong. They should always look all over the state, Louisiana especially. We have a lot of talent here, but they avoid us because, like you said, we're more known for baseball,
Right.
jambalaya cooking, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's talent everywhere. You just gotta find out where to look.
Yeah,
That's what I would
absolutely.
think about it.
Absolutely. So let's switch gears. Let's talk about 25 years, we finally get us a new mat.
yeah.
Okay. And look, people that don't know, they just don't know, right? We've been using the same mat for so long that it was like wrestling on brick. Okay, it's compacted so tight. As a coach and a wrestler who's going to use it, I mean, I know my son said we were hoping to wrestle the Santa Mall this week, right, as an exhibition, and it didn't happen. And the first thing out of his mouth was, "Man, I want to smear the first blood on the mat." And I'm sure you feel the same way. But when you walked in and y'all unraveled it, how excited were you, Braylon, when you saw that mat laying there?
Oh, I was so excited because I look at the pictures on the wall and I see the same mat every time.
Yeah.
So knowing that we're the first ones that get to wrestle on this, put the first streak marks
That's
on the
it.
mat,
Yeah.
proof of our hard work before anybody else gets on it. It's great. However,
What?
that mat is still taking time for that mat to get worked in. It's still slippery whenever we wrestle on it. So.
But
Gotta work on it.
And let's talk about that because first practice that the mat came in. Where was practice at, Coach?
Outside
in the grass.
in the grass.
Yeah, and you got to let it acclimate to temp and all that stuff. So it was a good thing. So super proud of that, having helped you guys get that because y'all definitely deserved it.
Appreciate it. We appreciate all the hard work that parents put in because it's a team effort, and it's not just the coaches and the kids doing it. I mean, it's the parents that are taking time off, getting fundraising money, going out chasing sponsorships. I mean, it's been a year-round effort for a while now that we've been working on. So, just thank you to all the parents, Booster Club that's helped, anybody that's helped along the way to get this mat. Hopefully we can get a couple more and keep building it up.
Absolutely. Look, we got about a minute left, so one final question for you, Coach. We're graduated last year, a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of successful guys. Give me a rundown on the team this year.
This year we're returning two state placers. So we return Braylon, who's state champion, Alex Amade, who got 4th place at the state. Both of them are going to be in contention on winning a state title. We have Ian Keller, Stephen Renee, Cy Delat. We have a handful of guys, Landon Kelly, who have starter experience, who made it to the state tournament last year and done well. And like I said, I think we have a good chance of having the best public school in the state again. So we're going to chase it. Last year we were real young because we graduated 9 seniors the year before, so we had straight freshmen, sophomores across the lineup. But now those guys are juniors, and I think we're going to make a push to the like I said, top of the state in public school.
Well, guys, I appreciate y'all stopping by and talking with us tonight. It was always a pleasure, and we'll see you soon, guys. Before we go, EA Santa Mall, what you got on the win?
EA wins 42-24.
I was thinking like 52-0.
Make sure you tell Coach Brock that before you leave. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away with wrestling right now, and hold tight. We'll be right back with some other guests. So thank y'all so much, guys.
Thank you.
righty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the Brock Matherne Show over at Walk-Ons on Highway 30. And right now we are joined by Coach Chasson, girls soccer coach at EA. Coach, thanks for being here tonight.
Thanks for having me.
Who you got here with you, Coach?
I have my senior captain, G-Ray, which I'm sure everybody's familiar with, seeing her most mornings on the newscast in the mornings.
Yes. So, Coach, you coming to EA new to EA. Fairly new, I should say.
Yeah,
right?
I've been with the boys for a couple years now, but new to the girls.
New to the girls.
That's right.
Bringing in a pretty new staff.
That's right. Yeah.
So how does all this work? Like, how do you bring it in and get a team that's already pretty established? I mean, a lot of returning girls. How do you get a new staff in and get them to buy in immediately?
Yeah. I mean, first I'm very lucky that the coaches that I interviewed, I was able to hire. I didn't have to go very far. Everybody was within the school.
Sure.
So that's a huge plus to begin with. But having said that, I really just need someone that can vibe with the message that I'm bringing. EA is a school that we have to develop the skill. You know, with the new school now in the parish. It's kind of splitting some of the club kids that would be normally coming to EA. Now they're going to Prairieville. As far as coaches go in this game, soccer coaches in generally just want to show up, give a couple of tactical things, and go on with their day. I'm a guy that doesn't matter who I have, I want to develop them. I want to develop the skill, the character, everything. So I needed to find coaches that were kind of cut from that same mold. Not just in case if I can't be there, I need them to carry that message forward. But I wanted them in school seeing these girls every day.
That's big.
You know,
that's big to be on campus.
And carrying that message forward at all times. And, you know, Coach Bruno, everybody knows Coach Bruno.
Absolutely.
You know, as far as soccer goes at EA, I mean, he's legendary.
Oh, absolutely.
So for us to have him on board, someone that they're all familiar with and all appreciate, I mean, we're blessed, you know. So the decisions were really easy to make. You know.
So, G-Ray, let me ask you. So, as a team captain, returning senior player, how do you take the new coaching staff and just you bond with them, right? How do you get the team that you've been coached one way so long, and now we got a whole new regime in the last year, right?
Yeah.
So as senior captain, how do you approach that? How do you take on that?
Well, it's been really good actually. You know, our coaches, they came in with like high standards for us, and you know, and like the best part about it is that they've had like a really positive attitude, and it's really like it's shown like on our team. Like the girls are really taking it like really well. You know, and I can already tell that we're building something really special. Good. So, Coach, let me ask you. You graduated a lot of seniors last year.
That's right.
Okay. How do we rebuild?
Again, it starts back with developing the skill. EA in the past has always kind of revolved around a couple of girls that are just pulling way more than they should. You know, we've got to get to where we can rely on everybody on the field, you know, and that's kind of the way that I'm going. I'm trying to coach with the philosophy that I believe in life, which is just to live fearlessly, which doesn't mean to go running wild, but to not be afraid to make mistakes, because it's the only way you can learn. And when you're trying to develop kids, you don't want them to have the fear that coach is coming with an axe behind it. I want them to know, to be comfortable that you can trust us. We're going to teach you everything you need to know. That way, when we show up on game day, game nights, we're ready to go to war.
I mean, it sounds like you're taking the same approach as Brock with football. I mean, just being aggressive. And it's been really successful for him. You know, and I can't see why it wouldn't be for you guys. I mean, soccer. I don't know a lot about soccer, guys. Okay, I have been to quite a few soccer games at East Ascension. One of the first ones I went to was actually the year the boys made it to state, and I forget what year it was, so I apologize to anybody at home if your kid was on the team, but I was there, okay? And I asked the gentleman on side of me, I said, man, do they normally score this many goals in a soccer game? And he said, oh, no, this is a blowout. And it was 3-0. I think it ended 5-0, not in our favor. Okay.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
the next year we played again in it.
Yeah.
Against the same team.
That's right.
And it was a closer game. I think it was a 3-0 game that year, you know. So I learned a little bit about it. I don't know a lot about it. There's a lot I don't understand. I want you to answer this one for me. Nobody stops moving, right?
No.
Nobody stops. How in the heck is there somebody offsides if nobody stops moving?
You know, it's a tricky question because, like, I ask myself the same thing. Like, am I really offsides?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, no, I get it. It's probably the best conditioning sport that you have to be in, and I've got respect so high for all you guys that play it because I know I couldn't run around like that at all. You know, the stamina that you got is crazy. So great. So being the senior captain now, right? You lost a lot of teammates last year. How do you, as a teammate, I know what coaches are going to do, they're rah-rah guys, they're going to get you fired up. How do you do it as team captain? Because they're all looking up to you.
Yeah, so definitely losing 9 seniors has definitely changed up our dynamic, you know, as a team. With that being said, though, like, it's opened up a lot of opportunities for a lot of, like, the younger ones on the team to really step up in a position that they maybe haven't played before, or like step up to a new leadership position as well. Yeah. It's allowed for a lot of growth, and I can already see that a lot of our girls are just like, they've kept going despite any hardships or anything like that. And I mean, at the end of the day, our goal is still the same, you know, to represent EA with pride.
Absolutely. So what are your plans after? You plan on playing soccer and continuing soccer when in college?
Well, I'm not sure. You know, if the opportunity presents itself, you know, I'd love to be able to take the opportunity and get like the most out of it. But as of right now, it's not really like something that's set in stone, like no or yes for me.
Yeah, no, I hear you. So, Coach, how difficult is it going from boys to girls? So I coached baseball, right?
Yeah.
For a lot of years. I don't know that I could coach softball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How do you make that change?
Yeah.
You know.
It's a really good question. I think no matter what group you have, boys or girls, you have to have them buy into you.
Yes.
They just have to trust that you're going to do right by them, right? And that they're going to get a fair chance. And like she just said, there's a lot of opportunities available right now. With losing so many seniors, we've brought in some new players. So the vibe around the team should be the opportunity is there to play. You know, it's not, oh, well, this coach doesn't like me. You know, just like you have a new boss or, you start a new job.
Everybody's new. We're all starting on scratch.
Everything is new.
Yeah.
Everybody's waiting to see if you're going to perform. You know? So it's kind of the same culture we're trying to set up for these girls so they can feel comfortable. But as far as it being boys or girls, I mean, obviously, there's the typical things that everybody thinks you can do with boys that you can't do with girls. Like with boys, you could be rougher, maybe.
Yeah.
But I have them asking me all the time if I can be a little more aggressive.
Come on.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think the myth is true.
Do we have a softie? Or, I mean,
if you get him on a good day.
Yeah, but he definitely has a killer edge in him, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. So preseason, what are we looking like going into this? Are we ready, or are we going to be competing right off the bat? Or?
Yeah. I mean, when the season starts, we'll be ready. Yeah. Our preseason per se is just really starting, right?
Right.
We did some work in the summertime. The summertime was more about setting culture than anything.
Yeah.
Going from, I'm the third coach that they had in a year.
Right.
So my focus was more on than anything in setting the culture. That way, once that's set, we can move forward. And I feel pretty good about that now. But yeah, I mean, really starting after this week because of all of this. After this week, we're really, really going to get rolling, and that's where we're going to cut our teeth.
But look, and I was, we were at the Booster Club meeting when you spoke, and one of the things that stuck out to me when you were talking to the crowd was when you first got here, you thought, no, that this isn't me, right? But now you were true blue and yellow.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
yeah.
bleeding it now. You feel it. So many people, and we say it time and time again, right? But people don't understand. You're not from here. You're not from Ascension Parish.
Mm-hmm.
You move into Ascension Parish, and you're moving around just a bunch of crazy, chaotic people, right?
Yeah.
And you fell in love.
That's right.
And it's, you keep talking about culture and stuff. You put that in and instill in your team. But man, how did our culture burn into you so quick and say, I want to be a Spartan?
I know it sounds funny. When I was growing up, a lot of the things that they have at this school is what I felt was missing and could have helped me when I was growing up. So I'm a little envious, to be honest. But I'm very gracious, and I feel blessed that I can actually be a part of this. So the reason why I originally didn't want to be part of Gonzales was we were like abruptly removed from our area because of Hurricane Katrina. Like nobody wanted to, just like nobody wants to leave today.
Absolutely.
So then once my son was born, it kind of opened my eyes to all the things. I started learning about the schools.
Right.
I quickly learned about the rivalries, the people, and slowly but surely it just started growing on me. And when my son started at EA, it just my love for the school.
Oh, absolutely.
It grew, and when I went through the interview process and I got to meet some of the principals and the staff, it set in how much they truly care about these kids.
They do.
So
our student body, I say it all the time, our student body is so blessed to have a group of administration that gives back and does stuff like we do, right? There's so many other schools that we talk to that they don't have pep rallies. They don't get to experience the being a student, right? And that's one good thing. I had boys come through here and got them in school now, and one more coming, and they've always had the greatest student relationship with the school, the pride. My oldest son still attends everything. He's actually coming tonight when he gets off of work, right? Like, nothing at EA is missed by him. And it's because of what that group does. And, man, it's incredible. But, so, look, we're running out of time now. We're about to have to go to the next group. But before we go, what's your prediction on Friday night?
I've been back and forth, mainly on how much we'll beat them by. I'm thinking it'll probably be, because I think we have, it's obviously a statement game.
Yes.
Coming off of last week, it's a big moment for us, but I think they're going to be up for the fight. And I think there's going to be a lot of sad people. I don't know why that place smells so bad. Every time we go over there, it
it's the swamp
so
behind
mosquitoes.
it.
But they'll have more to be sad about when we're done. I'm thinking it'll probably be about like a 38-24, something around there.
And you, Jira, what you thinking?
I'm thinking around the same, I feel like that coming off of last week's game, it's really like a awakening call for them, and it's a great thing that it happened before and not after.
I agree.
So I feel like it's going to make us really like lock in as a team and like ultimately give us a win, hopefully.
We're good. Well, good luck to soccer this year.
Thank you.
And thank y'all for coming out tonight.
Thank you for having us.
Appreciate y'all being here.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we are back. This is Coach Brownfield. Me and Ralph did a little switcheroo there. We look enough alike to where we got to tell people, I guess. I mean, he's lost weight now, though, so like the bag is up now. But
I mean, bald head and a beard, same person.
A couple years ago, we did wrestling, and I think Abby Gocho took a picture from far off, and they look like twins sitting there. But yeah, he's lost some weight, looking great. So he's got me beat right now. But all right, so we're here. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. Go right ahead.
I'm Carrie Minge. I am a teacher and coach at East Ascension High School.
I'm Lena Faru. I'm a freshman at East Ascension High School.
A freshman? How about that?
Yes,
first
sir.
freshman? Yeah, first freshman to be live on EATV. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so we brought y'all on to talk about y'all's specific role during Gator Week because it's a lot. It's a lot. So why don't you just go ahead and just give us a rundown. I'll just let y'all roll through it.
Oh, for cheerleaders?
Yeah.
Okay.
So first off, normally on Thursdays, we stay after school and we decorate the swamp, which we spend a whole week preparing for, getting leaves, getting moss, getting palmettos, and we stay after school building everything, and then we go to the pregame and we all play a bunch of games, and then we do a big performance.
So for those of you who did not go to East Ascension and might not know about the swamp, it used to be in the old school in what was a hallway that we kind of called our mall, very large area, and the cheerleaders and their parents spent hours, and when I say hours, like 6, 7, 8 hours, covering it in black visqueen and then thousands of palmettos and moss and leaves to make it look like an actual swamp.
And smell like an actual swamp.
I think any East Ascension graduate can picture, in their head right now, can smell exactly what the swamp smells like. It is just a feat in itself. Since the new school has been built, we have had amazing parents who have built sorry, cheerleaders are giggling at me. Walls right outside our gym that are temporary walls that we can put up to rebuild the swamp. And that is where they do it now, and they still spend a lot of hours, and they spent many days over the fall break collecting the palmettos and leaves and everything to still rebuild that beautiful swamp as it is.
It's such a great, even during the time we were back in the mods, the swamp survived. It was back there for a couple of years.
It sure was. I stayed overnight to make sure that no Santa Maria Gators went and destroyed that swamp. Me and a couple of teachers 2 years in a row spent the night at the school to make sure it was taken care of.
That's what it takes. That's what it takes. All right, so our freshman here, why don't you tell us about what it's like, and of course we can't ask you what it's like to cheer at the pit because, well, you haven't done that yet, but what is it like out there on a Friday night to have the view you have and to have the job you have? Just talk to us about what that's like on a Friday night.
On a Friday night, you just wake up feeling ready and pumped for the day, and then you step on that field and it just feels electric. You can feel the vibes and the rivalry and just everything, and it just really gets in you and pumps you up. And then after the game, it's just in a straight adrenaline rush, and you're just on a high of excitement and thrill, and just you can really tell the pride to be a Spartan.
That was a great answer. And as somebody who's been on the field a couple of times and been able to look up at that crowd, it's a great view, and it really is something most people will never experience. You guys are really lucky to be able to experience that. You really are.
Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Mitch, how about let's finish up with this. Your favorite Gator Week memory. Putting you on the spot here. Or pick a favorite. I know when you say the favorite, people kind of lock up. So pick a favorite Gator Week memory.
As a teacher, it is hiding the gators and coming up with the clues. The clues are not easy for the students, and they beg us for hints. And it is one of those things that, as a faculty, really brings us together and kind of bonds us, because we, after all of the pregame or the shout out or whatever has happened before on the Thursday night, all the faculty comes back to the school, and we get together and we come up with all these different ideas and places to hide things, and it's just really it's a bonding experience, and I really enjoy it. And then we're there very late, probably till almost midnight, and then
too late.
We're back there at 5:30 in the morning, to start yelling the clues with Jamie Andrews, but it's totally worth it because the students are everything and they love it, and it's one of those core memories. And now that my daughter's a freshman, she is so excited to go hunt gators Friday morning, and I'm very excited for her.
That's a great answer. I think I would share that answer as well. I think that's a great one. Well, ladies, thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Have a great Gator Day. Have fun building that swamp tomorrow. That's
Thank you.
She has no idea yet.
No.
She's never built one before.
No,
Her hands are going to be destroyed.
Yes, a lot of zip ties, a lot of Miss Queen. It's a lot of work.
No
I'm ready.
fingerprints left after all the deck tape.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Y'all have fun with that. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys. We'll be right back with Spartanettes. All right, we are back once again. This is Coach Brownfield with Coach Stevie Barlow and Molly Kilgore, senior Spartanette. We brought you guys, we were just talking to Cheer. We had a freshman cheerleader. She did a great job. We're talking to Cheer about their role on Gator Week. So why don't we just let you guys talk about y'all's role on Gator Week?
So, since the Spartanettes are a spirit group, we like to participate in all sorts of activities, such as the pep rally, the Gator games, with the pregame, all those types of things. And we help to create the fun and exciting environment around EA. We also like to celebrate the tradition that we have. It's been, 47 years straight. And it's just amazing to be a part of the long-lived tradition of this rivalry as a Spartanette. Yep.
So, Stevie, we want to talk to you for a second because I remember when you were at EA, and times have changed a little bit. Gator Week has changed a little bit. We didn't call it Gator Week, I don't think, back then. Or maybe we just started calling it that. You know, it wasn't as big of a thing calling it the whole week that. But talk to us a little bit about the difference between you as a student and now you as a Spartanette sponsor and teacher.
So I graduated in 2012. So, you know, at EA, we are very prideful in our traditions and everything that we do. So a lot of the traditions are the same, but also different than how we did it. So we did call it Gator Week. I guess maybe it started right before me, but, you know, we had our extracurricular activities that we did at nighttime that people are still participating in here and there.
I've heard that.
We also had the swamp. So while we have the swamp in the outside the cafeteria with the new setup and everything, it was different when I was in school because it was in the mall. So in the mall, it was a lot bigger. It was down that long hallway. There was lots and lots of leaves and moss and all the things. Just like our swamp is now, it's just a little bit scaled down. So that's a difference. We also used to have the shout out versus the pregame. So the shout out was, for those that don't know, is Santa Mall and EA would come together and we would literally have a yelling competition of who was the loudest. I remember the evolution of the shout out. When I was little, we would go to the Dalton's parking lot, which is not Dalton's anymore. But I remember sitting on my dad's shoulders and just the community was just full of people, and they would have a band and live music, and you would just sit there and yell. And I remember doing that as a kid. And then when I got to high school, it kind of changed throughout the years. One year we had it, I think, maybe in a parking lot somewhere.
The old LeBlancs.
Yeah,
the old LeBlancs
the old
parking lot.
Rotolos, yes.
Past St. Teresa.
So we had it there one year, and then we moved inside Lamar Dixon. And one year, the only thing that was separating EA and Santa Mall was a folding table.
Yeah, I remember that.
And that was a little intense.
Not
yeah,
good.
It was not a good year. And then it moved inside the Trademark Center, and then eventually it just went away. And now we have the pregame, which I think is an excellent community event for everyone to go to. My kids love going every year. I love bringing them and for them to just have fun the night before, and it just creates that big camaraderie around EA. But
thanks for bringing that up too. 6 to 8 tomorrow night at Spartan Stadium. You know, it's there's a petting zoo. There's all kind of inflatables. The National Guard's out there with they have some really cool stuff. And then we have the best fireworks show in Gonzales to wrap it all up.
It's like Disney. It's awesome.
It's a really good family event. So my girls love going. They love you just get to run around and have fun, and that's what we want the kids to do sometimes. Is school's stressful, athletics are stressful, you know, life is stressful, just to go out and have fun the night before the game.
Yeah, take a deep breath before Gator Day, you know? All right, so anything else you guys want to add before we get Coach Brock back up here?
I think we're good. Yeah. Let's go
good?
EA. Let's go Spartans. Beat those Gators.
Big Blue. I haven't known you to not want to say anything else. Usually just give us one thing. How about your favorite Gator memory, and then we'll let you guys go.
My favorite Gator memory?
Your favorite Gator Day memory, Gator Week memory.
I love the Gator Pep Rally is always the biggest pep rally we have all year.
Yeah.
I mean, the students, even from doing our extracurriculars all week, they're still so hyped and so excited to be able to celebrate this rivalry. And it's always my favorite pep rally dance to do. And there's just so much to do around school this week and during all Gator weeks. So it's just a really great time for students around EA, to really go to school and be I love school. Yeah. A lot of students don't get to say that they love their school, and I think a lot of other students can agree that EA creates that environment of fun and a great place to be. It's a great place
Very well said. Very well said.
Very good.
You almost we paid her to say that. That was great.
We might have.
All right, guys, we thank you all for joining us. So we'll see you all tomorrow for pregame. All right.
Thank you. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
So we'll be right back with Coach Brock Matherne in just a moment. All right, we are back, and we're back to finish like we started. Back with Coach Brock Matherne. We called the beard back in there. You like relievers, you call him the lefty. I just looked over there, and I was just like, hey, beard, give me the beard.
Mariano Rivera, baby.
How are the Yankees doing tonight, by the way?
All right. Low blow.
I'm a Cubs fan. We took it too, so I can do that. I can do that. Y'all got a few more championships than we do. I think 27.
27 on the dot.
Yeah, we got 26 less. Yeah, 26 less. Been around probably longer than the Yankees, too. Anyway, all right. So we're back, and it's time to go through the rest of our show here. We heard from a lot of different groups. Great to hear some of those people. This means so much to so many people. So let's talk about, see if we can mute that one there. Let's talk about the freshman and JV doubleheader last night. Great atmosphere, great crowd. Awesome. We thought the Prairieville game last Tuesday was a great atmosphere, and it was. But this one was another level. You know?
It goes back to this rivalry, right?
Right.
There's another great atmosphere, 2 great games, and man, you can't say enough about a EA Santa Monica rivalry, and it goes all the way from freshman ball to, like you say, Tuesday night all the way through Friday night.
And let's talk about these freshmen that finally put together a complete game.
Yes.
And I think led by, Shamar Chapman really showed out on both sides of the ball in the interior. Running back and inside linebacker just banging around in there.
He's a special talent, man. And bigger than that, a great kid, right? He dresses out for us in varsity. He's actually started a varsity game for us, played a lot of varsity reps. When I talk to Shamar, it's more about leadership, more about body language.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look, when you're that stature of a freshman, everybody else is going to look up to you.
Right.
And the way you act, everybody else is going to act. And I was just proud of the way that he went out and played and then showed leadership that kept everybody together and really put a great performance out there. Not only just him, but the entire freshman team to go out there and win that game the way they wanted. Like you said, it was a complete team effort, and just proud of the way that we're clicking at the right cylinders at the right time towards the end of the year.
There we go. All right, JV game, I'm just going to ask you one question about it. 20-20, of course, we led early, and then, Santa Monica stormed back, and then we stormed back and tie that thing on some great plays. There were a lot of Friday night plays in that JV game. In fact, if you just watched highlights, you would think it is a varsity game. Right? We have guys who can really go.
Yeah.
The last play, we had one last chance to break that tie, and did a little hook and lateral there, kind of thing.
Touchdown, dude.
So what? And it looked, and like they bit.
Dude.
It was there. It was there. So what was the explanation? What was the call there? Nobody really understood what happened at the end of the game there.
So we lateraled the ball. Of course, it turned into a fumble, and they scooped it. We tackled them. They complained about an inverted whistle. Regardless of the circumstance, it was, we tackled them, game over, right?
Right.
Referees explained themselves. Yes, it was a lateral. We ended up fumbling it. They scooped it. We tackled them. Ball game. There was an early whistle, but look, at the end of the day, it was an opportunity for us to make a lifelong memory type play, and we didn't finish it. But look, just proud of our guys, even with the whistle, that we played through the end of that game, made the tackle to make sure that this game didn't end in a bad way, and really proud of our guys for the way that they fought back. Down 20-8 to go in that fourth quarter, and guys step up through injury, through different circumstances that we can't control, and go find a way to give us opportunity to win.
Great job, JV. Great job, freshman. Wonderful. All right, our middle schools, man, this is just fun every time we do this.
Every time.
It's like, and they might play the Chicago Bears and win. It's like, I get to where I go back and I'm like, well, let me make sure they won. But I've gotten to where I almost don't check, and I hope I don't jinx that. But because Gonzalez is playing Galvez like now, the game probably over right now, and I haven't gotten an update on that. But so Gonzalez beat Lower Middle at EA last week. And they are playing Galvez right now on Burnside, so we wish them the best of luck, and they just keep on rolling.
Yeah, again, Coach Mike's keeping the main thing. That program's rolling right now, a ton of talent, and they bought in. They playing a physical brand of football, and they're a fun group to watch. Fun group to get to know. They're very humble. They come to all our home games, get to come visit us in the locker room, and look, one thing I can tell you about what Coach Mike's doing and then that group is they're bought in on what Gonzales Middle's doing and they bought in on what EA's doing.
Yeah.
When we win, they love it. When they win, we love it. So it's fun to be a part of this. And I said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it again. The future of Gonzales and East Ascension has me excited.
That's great to hear, and let's go ahead and add Central into the mix too.
Yeah.
Central was on a bye last week. They're playing Dutchtown in Geismar tomorrow night. So let's talk about the Mustangs a little bit here.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing for sure is they're going to be prepared, right? That coaching staff does a great job. Coach Lambert and his coaching staff, they one of the most fundamentally sound middle school programs I've been around. They have the most structure, the most discipline of any middle school program that I've seen. And look, I'm learning things from Coach Lambert. One thing I learned from him is I watch him on the sidelines. He never wavers, right? There's never a time where he's too high, too low. It's all about just moving on to the next play and watching him. I don't even know if he knows this, but I learned so much from just watching their games of, man, he keeps his team focused on the main thing, keeps them going forward. And, man, they're doing a great job. They have great talent, great offense and defensive line that's really controlling the game. And with some really good skill guys that's doing their part and following their assignments and doing what they're coached to do.
Couldn't have said it better. All right, so we're going to move on now to, this is probably the most dangerous segment we've ever done so far here, 6th episode here. So let's see if we can see
dangerous
Ralph.
every time.
Where's Ralph? There's Ralph right there. All right.
Here we go, Ralph.
All right, Ralph. It is time, man. It is time. So Ralph has a mic. Go ahead and talk to us a little bit. Let's hear you here. Let's see.
We ready, guys?
Oh yeah.
You got me.
We got it.
Here we go.
All right, before we let this guy leave, come see, man.
What's up, man?
We got who am I here with?
Derek Blanchard.
Derek, what you got any questions for Coach Brock over here?
Yeah, Coach. What watching film? What are we thinking this week?
Well, first off, they're a dangerous program. You know, they're explosive on offense. I think the big thing for us is just playing our game, right? Control the ball, make sure we control the line of scrimmage, we win the field position battle, time of possession, and we don't give up the big play. The most physical football team is going to win this game, and we want to be the most physical football team.
I'm watching a little film myself. I said they're pretty susceptible on kickoff returns.
And we're pretty good on kickoff returns.
Yeah.
So
Good combination.
Hopefully they won't kick it deep.
That's right. Good luck to y'all, Coach.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Derek. All right, so we're going to have Ralph go around and snatch up a couple more people here.
What's up?
You got, tell them your name.
Macy Johnson.
Macy Johnson. She got a question for old Coach Brock right here.
What's my question?
I don't know. Ask me a question.
Coach Brock.
What's up, dog?
What is your biggest goal for this season?
Win today. Every day.
Every day.
Every day. That's all we want to do. We want to win one day at a time.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. Guys, y'all not going to see me, but I'm going to step over here and get some of these people who are not expecting us.
All right, we're
real
leaving
quick.
you on, so get after it.
Excuse me, guys.
It's got me really nervous because I can't see who's asking questions.
And we just have to wait around for it. You know?
All right, so here, I'm at a table. I know, look, guys, we're filming live over here. You can't hear what they're going to say, but they can hear everything you guys got to say. Y'all got any questions or comments or anything? Give me a name and throw something out there for Coach Brock. He's waiting on it.
Name of what?
Your name.
Oh, what's my name? Leslie Gautreaux.
And what you think about Friday night, Leslie?
Well, I hope we're going to win by a lot.
Any
know
questions for Coach? Well, he's waiting on some.
How's he going to make sure we win? How are you going to make sure we win?
How are we going to make sure we win, Coach?
Well, we focus on one day at a time. We focus on getting better. We got a guy that's walking out right now, Dawson Landry, that's done a great job of leading this group. And look, we keep the main thing. We show up and understand that, look, this is a big rivalry, and everybody's excited in the community, but at the end of the day, 7 o'clock football is going to be played.
All right, let's see here, Coach. We got another group here. All right, guys, I got Coach Brock Matherne on the other end right now. Any questions or comments y'all got for the game for Friday night? Yeah. He got one right here. Give us your name and throw something out to Coach. He's waiting on you.
My name is Ryder Babin. Do I have to watch my language right now?
Absolutely, it is a G show.
Yeah. This is like Disney Channel.
Are we gonna win Friday?
Oh, we're gonna win, Coach.
Hey, we don't show up to do anything else. We don't show up to do anything else but win the day.
All right, we're going to let Ralph grab one more here. So far, you've kind of dodged the bullets here, you know, not too bad.
We're doing good.
I might
doing
have
good,
just jinxed it. You know,
Hey, as long as they don't go over there to Coach Darius Carroll. I think it'll be
he
fine.
went far away from the coaches, man. You just noticed that. Like, went rooms away.
Yeah, that was. I appreciate him for that.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's looking out for him.
Oh.
All righty, Coach. Here we're sitting here with the next one. Miss Risa Turo. Hey, I'm on here with Coach Brock Matherne on the other end of this.
Hey, Coach Brock.
How you doing,
You
man?
got any questions or concerns? Anything you need him to straighten up for you for Friday night?
Let's see. I'm having trouble understanding football, but all I really need to know is if we could beat the Gators.
So, and Brock's already said that.
Let me ask him a different question.
But let me ask you, you're struggling with football, but your husband is Tony Turo, legend at East Ascension. Okay? He's co-host with me on Friday nights.
All state.
You should know football.
I do. I just clap and encourage.
I hear you.
That's all I need to know.
I hear you.
Good luck, Coach Brock.
Thank
Cheering
you.
for
I
the
appreciate
Spartans.
you.
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna. Oh, you might have one more.
Oh man.
Let's give him a few seconds here.
Where's he going?
We're good. All right, so we're gonna go. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna bring the Ralph mic down there. Ralph did a great job of going up there and just snatching people. And Rocky, you did a great job. You did a great job.
Hey, look, there's certain people I hope he didn't ask questions to, and
He didn't.
and he accomplished a mission.
So the check's in the mail.
look,
Check's in the mail.
that's a great team effort right there. All right?
All right, so let's get down to it. The Gators, Friday night at the Pit. We know they have a senior quarterback, a legacy quarterback, a 4-year starter. They've got experience and talent on the edge, receiver. They've got an offensive line that plays hard-nosed football. They got a defense that pursues, gives effort, and they're playing at their house. So these guys have not tasted defeat since they were freshmen. So none of these guys have really tasted defeat except Cooper Babin, really, as a varsity player against EA. So what are your thoughts about what we're facing Friday night and what has to be done?
First off, my biggest thing is that none of that stuff really matters to me. You know, what's happened in the past with them, that's in the past. This is a new team, new program. We have a great coaching staff, a great team that's building and that's young and that's learning how to win. We're not worried about outside circumstances because, I mean, you look around this place, what better atmosphere and what better culture than you can ask for than the Big Blue, right? The people that shows out for us every time we put something together, like tonight, that's out here. I know they're going to be there Friday night supporting us. And, look, we look forward to the opportunity to go on the road, go to their house, play a great ball game. Look, I respect that program and everything that they do. We're looking to mark our stamp and bring East Ascension back to where we feel like it belongs. And it's got to start right here, right now. Look, what we've done in the past, what they've done in the past don't matter. They're 5-1, we're 4-2. None of that's going to affect what happens on Friday night.
There we go. Yeah.
Look, 7 o'clock, Friday night at the Pit. Somebody's football is getting kicked off, and then it's a football game. And for me, it's one thing only. And we want to come out there and be the most physical football team on the field, and that's what we're looking to accomplish, and we feel like that's what's going to be the winning difference. And we look forward to the challenge, so can't wait.
There we go. Wonderful answer, wonderful answer. Last thing, Coach, final thoughts, your chance to kind of coach up the fan base a little bit. You talked about what the team needs to do. You talked about the ins and outs of the game, of the matchup. Let's give a little pep talk here. These guys don't get a pregame talk. They don't get a halftime talk. So this is your chance to give a little pep talk here to Spartan Nation.
Yeah, look, this is the best community I've ever been a part of, man. They support us. they cheer for us every Friday night. Good, bad, ugly. You know that we know that they're going to show up. And look, we're going to face our rival. For us in the coach's office and in the field house, it's another football game. But we know what it means to this community, so we ask that they show up, be loud, be proud of who we are and what we came here to accomplish. And man, I couldn't be more proud than to lead this program and this community into a game like this. And our goal is to come away with victory to make all of these people proud that support us.
There we go. I think that pretty much puts a cherry on top of it right there, Coach. All right, so for Coach Brock Matherne, this is Coach Brownfield. We want to thank you for joining us, whether you're with us live, you've been with us live, or if you're watching this down the road. You know, it's a big one, and we need you there at the pit Friday night. We expect to see a whole bunch of camo there Friday night. Wear your camo no matter where you are, whether you're states away, countries away. Wear that camo on Friday. Be with us in spirit if you can't be with us in person. And until then, good night and go Spartans.
Go Big Blue, baby. See y'all Friday night.